There's dirt. It's really old. Like,
What is old?
That's funny. The best way I could see it as is, Jesus' time. I am seeing people in, just like dresses.
Oh, I see. It's back in time. I see what you're saying. It's like the olden days or whatever. What are you doing?
As soon as I landed, I saw these big feet in sandals touch the ground.
Look down at your feet and describe them to me.
They're big. They're male feet, I know that for sure. In sandals.
What kind of sandals?
They look made out of leather. They're just straps going across each other.
What about your hands and your arms? What do they look like?
I'm definitely a guy.
Ah. What are you wearing?
There's like this robe, lighter colors. There's this belt going across that's red, like a red brown.
What are you doing right now?
I think I'm just observing. I'm in the middle of a road, it feels like. And there's a tree nearby, like this really big tree.
What do you sense from the tree?
Something important happened there.
Are you close by the tree? Can you get a little closer?
As I get closer, it gets further away.
Okay. Sense into that tree a little bit more. Why is it so interesting?
I keep getting the sense that someone died on it.
Sense into what the situation was a little bit.
From where I'm standing in the moment, whatever event happened with the tree has happened already. But it feels like I'm stuck between two timelines. I'm seeing people get over it, like they're just going about their day, and I'm also seeing another side where there's still people crowded around the tree and I can't necessarily see what's going on. Someone was hung from there.
Let's speed you up to get all the way to the tree, and you're there now.
I don't think it was me on the tree. It doesn't. It feels like it almost feels like someone died for me on there.
Wow. Anything else interesting that you're sensing?
Not really. It's like it's the normal. Like, people are just going about their day, but this like it's almost as if the scene is split in half. Like when I was on the road, I was seeing sort of like it was bright midday, but by the tree it's darker, and it's
Interesting.
like it's not shade that it's giving. It's just like a darkness to it almost. Like I like a deep. It's almost like a visual sorrow in a way.
Let's fast forward a little bit in the same scene, just fast forward a little bit to another important event.
I think I'm in a market now. It's almost like I sped forward along my way and I made it to, it feels like I was entering a town.
Ah, what are you doing there?
I'm walking through the town center, like the marketplace.
See anybody you know?
Not exactly, I can't see the face, but someone did walk up to me as soon as she said that. Like someone rose their hand in the middle of the crowd and walked to me.
Are you talking to them right now?
Yes, they have their hand on my shoulder.
What are they saying?
They're going over something with me. It's like they're checking in with me.
Checking in with you?
Yeah, like I what I keep getting the sense that it's a disciple or
What else do they have to say?
I can't I can't hear very well. I'm not sure if it's me or the scene, but I keep hearing like my Lord over and over.
You're hearing what?
My Lord over and over. Like it's almost like the person's restarting their sentence with that, and I'm correcting them.
Interesting.
Too.
Wait, you're correcting them?
Yes, and I see myself raising my hand and telling them not no.
Is there anything else of importance that you sense?
There's a lot of red.
Red?
Yes, a lot of red. Like the sort of the coverings over the marketplace are red. Different people have been wearing red. It's been sticking up.
In that same scene, let's fast forward just a little bit more. And where are you now?
Feels like I'm nearing a temple. It's very big. There's about 6 pillars that holds up the front of it.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready to walk in. Like I see myself walking to the steps. I am again. I'm seeing 2 different things. There's I'm seeing like it's almost as if I want it to be quiet in there. I want solitude, but I had sort of people come up to me and start talking to me. I noticed the floor in the temple was almost a marble, like a marble texture.
Why does that stand out to you?
I don't know, but it feels like home.
Beautiful. What color is it? What color is the marble?
white with these almost very like silvery swirls.
Can you sense into who you are?
There's a part of me that's resisting to finding out, but I can tell once again that it's not that I don't want to be who I am. It's more so that I don't believe it. So all these people walking up to me, um, it almost feels like it's not real.
I see. Anything else?
I've always,
Yes.
I, I think I think I'm Jesus.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. We are going to let that scene just fade away.
I started seeing a more structured world, more buildings. It's sort of, it almost feels like the Industrial Revolution,
Mm-hmm.
sort of that, like, sort of that startup society notion.
Mm.
I am this time wearing a suit.
A suit?
Yes.
What do your feet look like?
I'm wearing closed-toed shoes. I can't see them exactly, but I know they're almost like fancy.
What color are they?
They're black.
Are you walking?
Yes, I'm in the middle of, I'm on the sidewalk.
Where are you going?
I'm not sure. I was just walking down the street. I am of a darker complexion.
Ah,
There's a ring on my finger.
on your what finger?
It's a gold band.
In that same scene, let's speed up a little bit to an important event. And you're there. And tell me what is going on.
It almost looks like the ferry building. It's at the end of the street. It's almost like I'm in San Francisco again, but in older times.
Beautiful.
And I'm in front of the ferry building, getting ready to walk in again.
Why are you walking in there?
I think I'm here to see someone.
Let's speed it up to that meeting. Who is it with?
Feels like a woman.
What are you guys discussing?
I think they're throwing themselves onto me. They have a hand. It's a hand on my. They have a hand on my shoulder again, but it's they're on my left side, but it's their left hand instead of their right on my shoulder. So it's like they're reaching to me, like almost flirting.
Who is this person?
doesn't feel like my wife, but it also doesn't feel like I'm really into her. So I'm not like not exactly sure why I'm here.
Why did you go there?
More so for a business meeting, but she had other plans.
Ah, okay.
I was either there to talk about a business proposition or maybe she had a job for me or something like that.
What happens next?
I can't tell if I finished the conversation, but I walk away, but I see myself outside the building already.
Anything of importance or interesting?
The scene completely changed when I walked outside.
Mm-hmm.
If I transport it to a different memory, the building isn't old anymore. It almost looks like this LA courthouse situation with palm trees in the front and modern flowers and seating areas. And it does not look like anything I walked in. But what was funny is when I first stepped in, the suit I was wearing didn't match sort of what I was seeing on the outside. But now that I'm walking out, it feels like I fit in with what's around me. There is a black building across the street from the courthouse. I'm facing it with big glass windows. It's just sticking out from the other buildings.
Do you feel like going over and checking it out, or?
Not exactly.
Okay. All right, we're just gonna let that scene just fade away. And as you feel yourself now in this time and place, I want you to tell me what you sense.
I sense a lot of peace and stillness. I have arrived at like this open space, this like very lush prairie, and it's surrounded by trees. There's a cabin nearby. It feels like I'm visiting someone or it's my own.
Let's just take a minute, take a breath. Go ahead and look down at your feet and describe for me.
I am wearing the same leather sandals from the first scene, but my feet aren't as big or as male resembling.
What about your hands?
It's like it's almost like I'm seeing me, like the current me, because down at my hand and I have like this dent on one of my fingers, and that's the first thing that stuck out to me.
What are you wearing?
It's it's merging between this like white dress and this almost like lumberjack outfit.
Mm-hmm.
I look down again and it's almost like the scene is glitching and my feet are in sandals with the white dress, and then I'm in the lumberjack outfit with like these work boots.
Interesting. What about that cabin over there?
There's smoke coming out from the top. And although it's daylight, it looks like there's a light turned on inside.
Is somebody in there? Go inside.
Yeah. Feels like another woman is in here. I can't really make them out though. I just feel like an energy here, like someone was cooking, someone was tending to the house. But I don't see anyone.
What is cooking?
There's a pot in the fireplace, like a cauldron.
Can you smell it?
It's some sort of beef stew.
What else?
The light isn't on anymore. It's sort of dark again in here. It's not like, I'm not scared of it. I guess I'm noticing the absence of light.
Anything else?
No, not really.
Okay. See if there's any more information or knowledge to share. And if not, we're going to let that scene fade away.
As you said that, a rocking chair behind me started to move.
The what?
A rocking chair behind me started to move.
Are you still in there?
Yes, it's like I could see someone knitting, but I can't tell who it is.
Can you see the shape of somebody, or you just feel the energy of somebody?
I see the shape of someone, and I also sense their energy. It feels like an older woman, but I can't necessarily make out who they are. Like, I don't see any details.
Can you sense into why you can't see them?
It feels like I'm mixing them with who I see is getting mixed in with, or not mixed with, but I'm making a connection between who I see and sort of characters in stories that I've met, that I've known in this lifetime.
It's just kind of, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Anything else?
They're knitting looks like a yellow scarf. Or so I can make out I can see the knitting happening and the rocking, but it's sort of like this light that's knitting.
And one more time, can you see if they can reveal themselves?
It looks like an older version of me now, or my mom.
Okay.
Being an older woman with gray hairs that, well, my mom and I look exactly the same, so that woman resembles us.
All right. And since there's no more information to share from that scene, we are going to let the scene fade away. And there you are. And as you feel yourself now in this time and place, I want you to tell me what you sense.
Um, I'm in like this jungle, swampy area. Uh, I can feel the stillness, but it's almost as if I'm like reliving me running from something, or I'm actually watching myself run from something. It feels like I'm with a group of people, but it keeps like moving to me being alone.
Okay. Fast forward a little bit. What is going on?
I can't really make of it.
Hmm.
It's almost as if I'm just observing what happened, and I I keep trying to move from the scene, but it keeps like it's almost in a loop of me watching myself run in these woods.
Hmm. Is there anything standing out other than the loop?
Um, it feels like I'm running to a house, and the house is in a clearing.
Can you see it?
Yes, it's yeah, it's a small house. It resembles the cabin a lot, but I can tell it's like in a different time period.
Are you alone? Are you still by yourself?
Yes,
Let me know when you make it to that cabin.
it feels almost like a hut
Huh.
that I'm walking into,
What's
and
inside?
um, it's no longer really a house. It's more a. It looks like just a place of healing. Like
Hmm.
there's some like herbs smoking on the side. There's pillows and stuff on the floor, and it just looks like a spiritual place now.
How do you feel?
I feel both not out of place, but like it's been a long time since I was here,
Hmm.
and I feel this deep sense of gratitude
For what?
for taking in that moment, both like in the memory and now.
Beautiful. Anything else?
It's the hut is almost like a white, off-white beige color on the outside, but it's like this red, deep red on the inside. The walls are deep red inside, like it's
Interest. Uh-huh.
almost like a yurt.
Uh-huh. Yes. Are you doing anything specifically?
And my hands are touching the wall. I'm running my fingers across the wall, looking at everything. There's a drum that's sticking out on the floor, and there's also some animal fur, and uh,
Is this your
yeah,
stuff?
uh, it feels like it. It feels like I left this place, like I ran from it, and I'm revisiting it again.
Why did you run from it?
Felt like I wasn't ready.
Ready for what?
It this feels like an initiation of some sort, and I uh, it feels like I've been initiated So within the memory, I'm having a memory.
Uh-huh. And what's happening?
So the within memory was me running and seeing myself running through the woods. And the memory was me observing myself run through the woods. And I think I was running away from the hut. But it feels like as I'm watching or I'm remembering this memory, I am older and I've got to this, I'm in this hut, and it feels like it's reminding me of a period of my life where I was fighting myself, but I'm not doing it anymore.
Beautiful. Anything else? Anything else in
No,
the hut stand out to you?
um, when I walked in, there was like this witch's cauldron stewing. It looks like some sort of herb mixture. It's not really food. Either the hut was being cleansed or I don't
With
know.
from what was in the cauldron, it was getting cleansed?
Yeah, it
Ah,
for some reason cedar. I've never smelled it in my life. I don't know what it is. It's sticking out to me, and I feel like that's in there along with rosemary, and it's feeling like sage.
beautiful. What are you doing?
Um, from the outside, it looks very small, but when I walked in, it was very like it was large, and I'm just walking around taking in everything. But
Beautiful.
for some reason, I have a fascination for the walls. They feel like cloth almost, like the softest cloth. It's not silk, it's almost velvety without the shine.
Hmm. Anything else?
No, that's all.
Okay. Um, we're just going to let that scene fade away.
Um, I've seen this tall figure with long silver hair.
Can you sense who that is?
The name Ashtar jumped out.
Ashtar?
Yes.
Thank you. Is he here to help answer some questions for you?
It doesn't feel like it. It's more so for support.
Say that one
Uh,
more time.
it feels like they're here more for support. They showed up as I was in the clearing before I stepped into the light. I couldn't make out their face, but now I see them better.
So you're there with him right now?
Yeah.
How does he feel to you?
Um, like a brother.
Beautiful. We came here with the intention to figure out how to tap into a deeper connection with her higher self and her wisdom team. Can you give her any tips or any tips on being able to connect deeper with her wisdom team?
I'm I'm not sure if this is coming from him. Like someone in the circle is saying meditation is what I could benefit most from.
Can you sense into who said that?
It feels like a female figure.
A what?
Female figure,
Okay.
almost.
Uh-huh.
Um, does Freya have bright orange hair?
I don't know. She was sitting in a gold throne. I thought I'm not sure.
There's someone with like bright red hair.
Ask her her name.
It feels like Freya.
Okay.
Or in the circle, I'm feeling Hecate's energy.
Feeling what?
Hecate's,
Okay.
her energy as well. But,
All right. She actually had Ev had something happen when she was 12 or 13 with a black cat that she woke up sitting on her legs. What was that black cat?
it feels like an early initiation to see if I was sort of either scared or ready to take in the paranormal or that side of life.
How was the initiation received then?
As not ready.
Okay. What's another way that what's a way that she could be more grounded? Is meditation it, or is there any other tips? Are there any other tips that they have for you?
Getting the sense of holding on to myself, uh, like a self hug almost. So,
So to release a little bit?
yes, release and sort of draw closer to myself. It's,
How can you do that?
it feels like I already have the tools I need. It's sort of trusting that the tools I have are enough, or yeah, trusting in myself and the tools I've been given.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the scenes that we had seen. So the first scene that she was shown, she was believing to be Jesus. Is that true?
I am sensing a yes, but I think there's some hesitation from my own self to take this in.
That's okay. Why were you shown those scenes?
Because I don't believe them.
Perfect. Um, what about that marble white floor? She said was there anything specifically like of importance about that floor?
I spent many years studying on that floor.
Ah. What about the red? The red that you were seeing? You said that things were popping out that were red. Why red?
Uh, because in my mind, I connect red with sort of sin, imperfection, wrongdoing, and throughout this trip, it felt like I had done wrong. And it was a reminder that red can be turned into white. Like all things can be cleared and done over.
Beautiful. Why were you shown the tree scene? That tree and the people?
Um, because I felt powerless in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't do anything to save who died, and it feels like they were my friend.
Anything else of importance that that scene was showing?
To trust and in what I see.
Yes,
Or
totally.
in this case.
Beautiful. What about the second scene where you were a businessman? Who was that woman that you met up with at the why was that scene brought forward?
To show that I can make good decisions and I can walk away from things that aren't good for me.
Do you know who that woman is in your current lifetime?
I think so, but it's mixing between two people.
Who?
It's mixing between my twin flame and this guy I met a while ago who is also a complete sweetheart, but I sensed I knew him from before.
Okay. Why did she go in the fairy building and come out in a different kind of matched outfit with matching the scene more?
That's when I started to accept who I was.
Beautiful. There was a black building across the street, but she just noticed it, but it didn't really she didn't really feel like going over there. Is there any of importance of that building?
Sort of felt like a symbol of the fight for what I was fighting for. And it, for some reason, reminded me of Saturn's cube.
That what?
Of Saturn's cube.
Interesting. Anything else from that scene?
No.
Okay, the third scene was a lush area with a cabin, and there was what she couldn't figure out who the woman was. Who was that woman?
It feels like my mom.
Ah, why were you shown that scene?
To show me that even even the perceived most unhappiest people can find happiness.
It seemed like before you when you were coming into your body, it seemed like you were like kind of switching between female and male. Was that something of importance?
Yes. I needed to understand the vulnerabilities of being a woman. Or just have a more intimate experience with the feminine, the divine feminine.
What about the yellow scarf?
It's sort of a symbol of hope.
Beautiful.
It's reminded me of a sunflower.
Anything else from that scene?
No, that's all.
The last scene was the jungle swamp. It seemed like she was running in the beginning. She made why were you shown that scene?
Lifetime after lifetime, I've run for myself,
Is that every lifetime since, like, has that happened many, many lifetimes before?
It feels like it.
Why were you watching yourself in a loop?
To understand that in the moment it can feel like you have no direction and are completely lost. But when you step outside of it and take it in, you realize that all things are possible.
She had like a very deep connection, or you had a very deep connection with this like place. Can you tell me about it?
It feels like I was initiated in a place similar to that, maybe as a shaman or some sort of healer. And I needed to see that to understand that in this lifetime I have what I need to be of service to the collective.
How can she remember that she has everything she needs to?
Hand to heart.
Mm. Cedar, rosemary, and sage. Why those?
Uh, it feels like I have a very intimate connection with cedar, and it's something that I've used throughout different lifetimes. And they are methods I've used in the past that have brought me sort of peace and stillness.
Ashtar, is Ashtar one of your spirit guides?
It feels like so up until today. I hadn't had any direct connection or hadn't established a direct connection.
Ah. Wait, you said until today you hadn't established a connection?
I'd I've seen a figure similar to him come up in different meditations and different moments, but I hadn't made it out to be anything.
Okay.
I felt something I was seeing.
What about Bubba? Who's Bubba? Have you known him in other lifetimes?
I'm hearing the word protector. He was a protector of mine in other lives, and in this one, it feels more like a joint effort where we protect each other.
Has he always been an animal, or was he was he a human before?
As soon as you said that, I saw him turn into a man.
Oh, sorry.
So,
Oh, you're saying you just saw him turn into a man?
yeah, in here.
Anything else about Bubba?
He's actually sleeping here beside me, and as I've been traveling, sort of the more difficult moments that I've been recalling, he's like been shaking a lot.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
What is up with the selenite crystal? The selenite wrapped crystal.
Feels like a connector between my heart chakra, my crown chakra, and it allows me to envision a more sort of stable connection with source and my higher self.
Beautiful. What about the smoky quartz?
I can absorb, when my boundaries aren't set properly, I can absorb different negative energies that aren't mine, and more, this quartz helps me clear that.
Is there like a physical little like tap or touch that you can do to get in connection with your higher self? Or
I'm seeing a hand motion, but I can't really make it out. They said that'll come to me for now, the hand in my heart is a good way to center and connect me.
Beautiful. How do we know each other? Not in this current lifetime.
We were friends, actually. It feels like you were friends with Mary.
With Mary?
I knew you through her. I see you in a past life with her on this like very like adobe house, and you're both like on this sort of cushions on the floor laughing with each other.
Can we do a body scan?
There's pain on feels like right top hand shoulder, but like sort of a few inches should still be sort of back area.
What is it?
I've been letting go. I've been holding on to things that aren't for me to hold on to anymore. It's okay for me to let go. And
can we get assistance to break that down and get that out of there?
I'm feeling sort of someone behind me with a white aiming their hands, and there's this white light emitting from it. I felt my hand be pulled in some sense, and it's getting pulled out of me quite literally.
Cool, let me know when it's done. What color is it?
It almost looks like a murky white, gray mixed with gray, almost like that marble floor, but it's a lot more, it has more black spots on it and gray spots. And it's being pulled out almost like a sheet.
Wow.
If I may have sort of lingering ache in my physical body, but within the next day or so, it should go away.
Okay. Do we need to like fill that with light?
I heard yes.
Okay. Any other messages for Ev before we go?
I'm hearing now you know who you are, trust it. And Ashtar, you took my hand and placed it over my heart as sort of in reassurance.
Are there any messages for me?
I'm hearing thank you for your service and what you do for others.
I'm trying. Thank you, Ashtar, and everybody who was available to be here for this session. And Ev,